Gillette. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Gillette Stadium here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. I'm James Wen, and welcome inside the broadcast booth. Here alongside me, I have Eddie McPhillips. We got a great day today for football here in the AFC Divisional playoffs. And we're here for kickoff.
And kickoff. Farabin, the kick. Returning for the Texans. And they'll take an A. In the back of the end zone, and they'll be at the 30-yard line. Drake May, against the Los Angeles Chargers, he passed for 268 yards. He had 66 rushing yards and 1 passing touchdown.
Yeah, as you were saying, Drake May has just been awesome this season for the Patriots. They had a final record of 14-3, 6-3 at home here at Gillette Stadium. And, yeah, I think it's going to be a great game.
And the snap. He'll hand that off. And they'll get stuffed there. The Patriots' offensive line couldn't really do much there. That was Trayvon Hendrickson with the carry. You know, just about this whole offensive line, at least 2 out of the 3 guys are rookies here for the Patriots, so they're just getting ready. And Trayvon Hendrickson, a rookie as well, he came out of Ohio State.
So for the regular season, the Houston Texans were 12-5, 5-3 away.
And that's going to be broken up by the Texans' defense. Just great defensive presence there from the Texans overall. I mean, they're really breaking up Drake May, so he doesn't get a lot of passing opportunities, wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, definitely, Eddie. Just getting back to the Texans regular season statistics, they had a 7.706 per win percentage, and you know they came second in their division, just behind Jacksonville, who had a 13-4 final record. And their final team stats and the leaders, we'll get into that in a little, but for the postseason now, C.J. Stroud has 250 passing yards.
And just like that, it's 4th down here. And now the kicking team will come out for the Patriots.
And just getting back to the team
Their
leaders.
Kicker, Bryce Barringer to punt.
Woody Marks, the running back, he has 112 rushing yards.
He'll kick that one away.
Postseason.
And underneath that is Jalen Knoll, and he'll take it for about a 10-yard run.
Receiving yards, Christian Kirk, the wide receiver, he has 144 receiving yards. Tackles, Jalen Pitre, he has 7 tackles. Interceptions, Callan Bullock.
You know, what do you think C.J. Stroud can do coming off 5 fumbles last game against the Steelers, which is tying the most in NFL playoff history? What do you think he could do to control that ball? And even what do you think the offensive line for the Texans can do?
Yeah, you know, you've seen that situation a lot this season. I remember with Jackson Dart with that fumble, you know, when he was running. Should he slide or should he not? But even in the pocket, I just say if you know this...
that pass is incomplete.
If you know this Patriots team has a good defense, which they do, you should really just try to get some yards out of it. Even just, you know, slide or dive. I'd suggest sliding because I'd say just do the best you can. Don't try to do anything special. Don't try to be a hero. But sometimes, you know, it's going to happen. You're going to get fumbles, but, you know, 5 is kind of unacceptable.
Now C.J. Stroud in shotgun looking. He'll hand that off to Woody Marks. Defensive line for the Patriots will take care of him. He'll get a gain about 3. You know, there was the missed pass there, just like it slipped out of C.J. Stroud's hands in the snowy conditions. What do you think this Houston Texans team did or can do to adapt to this environment playing in Texas with hot weather and a place like that?
I mean, welcome to the East Coast. We got snow. We got plenty of rain.
As that's 4th and 7, and that's broken up by Ellis. And now the kicking team will come out for Houston.
We got snow, we got rain, we got everything. We're hit with all types of weather here on the East Coast. And I think what the Texans and CJ Stroud, especially with throwing the football, just try your best, get used to it. He's got a lot of time, and yeah.
Marcus Jones to return the kick, Townsend to punt. And he'll punt that, Marcus Jones. He'll get under a deep punt. Absolutely amazing punt, and he'll run it. He's looking. He finds room. He has blockers. And he'll get about a gain of 15 there for a run. Pretty solid run there. And great blocking done by the whole Patriots special teams. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, and they really have to lock down on defense. They got to lock in with pretty deep in the postseason. It's going to be tough. No matter which teams these guys end up playing, they're going to have to be able to adapt.
Yeah, definitely. So far, a quick game. We're 9 minutes. Kickoff is at 3. We're 9 minutes in, and now it's back to the Patriots ball. I mean, this Patriots team, they have been solid all season. But a fun fact, the Patriots only have had 2 wins above 500 teams halfway through the season, but so did the New York Giants.
Yeah, and, talking about New York, we're right around in that New York area. Both teams did not show up, besides, obviously, Buffalo, which sadly took the L yesterday, got knocked down by the Broncos.
Great game, by the way. Actually, did you hear about Bo Nix? He's going to be hurt for a bit of time.
Yeah, I did. It was a great run for all New York teams, besides the Jets mainly. But I really do think that the Giants, they might not go to the playoffs next year, but they're definitely going to be above Washington. But yeah, with the new coach, with a healthy Scadaboo, healthy Neighbors, healthy Dart, I think they can be
especially with the hiring of John Harbaugh, getting paid $20 million a year.
Yeah, they really wanted him. I was talking to a lot of Giants fans, and they really wanted him. That's what they're going to talk about. That's what they were talking about a lot. And I feel like now, just because of Harbaugh, I think they can do great things. And I think he's going to do great things for the Giants.
I mean, I definitely agree with that. I think he can definitely do great things for this team. And I think this team, within the next 5 years, can maybe go some places.
And yeah, speaking of other, I feel like this East, AFC and NFC, I think a lot of things can be proven. There's a lot of determination, especially in the East of the NFC. But yeah, Eddie, you had any comeback predictions for next season?
I mean, I think the NFL will be... I think Seattle's not going to have as good of a season there, as Drake May has a little screen pass set up for his running back Stevenson, and he'll just be short of the first down with a gain of 9. So comeback teams, I'm not quite sure. What about you?
Well, I definitely got to say the Giants. I think the Jets are going to be the Jets as usual. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I think Dallas is going to keep disappointing their fans.
Definitely.
Yeah, so the Texans are definitely going to have to show up next season, no matter how this game
And a handoff again to Stevenson. He has yards. He'll go. And he's shoved out of bounds by the Texans defense. He'll get a nice gain of 15 on a rush there from Stevenson. I believe they've gone to Stevenson 3 consecutive times, and it's been 3 consecutive gaining yards of plays. Especially with him being in his rookie year, he's really showing out for how he could play and how great of a player he is. And to substitute in for him will be Trayvon Henderson. Now to hand off to Henderson. But he can't do the same as Stevenson. He'll lose about 3 yards.
So, Eddie, who do you got any Super Bowl predictions now that it's time?
Well, my prediction in the beginning of the year was the Detroit Lions, but they clearly didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, the Seahawks dominating 41-6 yesterday. They're looking red hot with Sam Darnold throwing just about perfect passes everywhere.
Yep. You got,
Drake May looking, he finds a pass. That was to Henderson, but again, Henderson cannot do the same as Stevenson. I was just talking about, and he'll lose another 2 yards. It will be 3rd and 14.
Speaking of, any signing, any teams that you think have to have some big signings this offseason?
I mean, I think the New York Jets.
Yeah,
The New York Jets. I mean, rookies obviously are not going to have this great big first year. As Carolina made the playoffs this year, but Bryce Young, when he entered the league, as that pass is completed over to his receiver, Stephon Diggs, he's in legal trouble, but not in trouble for catching the football. He knows how to play the game of football well, and he can catch it. Now it's 4th and 1. This Patriots team, they have that dog in them. I think they'll go for it. What about you?
Yeah, I really do think that they can, if they just get the first down, it's 4th and 1. So I think that if they, try the Eagles' main strategy here, they can do something, but it does not look like that. I'm assuming they just do a little run play just to get something out of it.
Yeah, maybe with Red Hot Stevenson, they'll do a handoff. No, but it will be a passing play. And that's caught! Running more, getting more yards is Douglas, and it's a Patriots touchdown! It's a passing touchdown on 4th and 1 for DeMarlo Douglas. A 28-yard receiving touchdown.
As they say, play pepper with the middle, just up straight the middle of the field. Defense there for Texas could not do anything.
I mean, he just pieced apart the Texans' defense. One guy was on him, broke the tackle. He found in more, and he split the defense. That's what speed does for you, James. And now to kick the field goal will come out for the Patriots will be Andy Borgelis. The field goal for Borgelis. And that's just squeezed through the uprights, and it's good. 7-0 Patriots lead. They got the ball first. Gave it up on 4th down. Got it back off some phenomenal defense. And we're going to take a quick break. I'm Eddie McPhillips alongside James White. That was honestly really good.
Yeah, that was good. Do you like my call with, play pepper with the middle? Precious. That.
Yeah. Move the mic from your face, though. Wait, I need to turn off the phones. There we go. And now we have no audio.
You like what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Look.
Alright. And we're back to the action here at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Beautiful day for football. 7-0 Patriots lead. And what we were talking about before, James.
We were talking about now that the field goal team, as you were just mentioning before, but we were, talking about the touchdown. It was just such a beautiful piece of work there, put together by May. And as I was saying earlier, play pepper with the middle. He just ran straight up. Nobody could catch up to him, and yeah, I think it was just.
We all thought that he was going to go for Stevenson, who was red hot there in the first quarter. First 2 drives,
yeah,
for the Patriots, but they didn't. They found Douglas splitting down the middle, as you say, pepper it down the middle, and they'll find
pepper the middle. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, we were talking about it before, but do you think this team is going to be able to adapt with this different change in weather? I mean, throughout the past 2 years, that 2 times that they've met, the Patriots have dominated the Texans. They have a 2-0 record against them in the playoffs, beating them in 2012 and 2016, both during the Brady era. Now, do you think they could change that, or do you think this Patriots team, who's just been red hot all season, can stay red hot and maybe possibly make it to the big Lombardi Bowl?
I don't know. It's going to be tough. These 2 teams are definitely similar Not only, kind of similar in record, but similar in play style. But definitely not similar in weather because these teams, especially the Texans, have to adjust.
Yeah, definitely. Drake May, funny nickname. His nickname is Drake May. Coming into the game, you see a lot of shirtless Patriots fans rocking "I Love Drake May" and the kickoff for Fairbairn. And now, taking it with some speed is Barringer. He'll make it to about the 30-yard line. That's just... that was Berrios who returned the football. In franchise playoff history, the Texans have only made 9 playoff appearances and hasn't made it past the Divisional, being 0-6. With the Patriots have made 29, being 16-6 in the Divisional. 0 conference appearances, but for the Texans, but 15 for the Patriots. Let's see if the Texans can change that today as Stroud is getting ready. CJ Stroud now. His center, Jake Andrews. He'll hand off the ball. And that's going to be a handoff there for Marks. Marks gets a gain about 2 for the... Oh, and someone seems to be hurt. Marks' helmet went flying off. He collided heavy with the Patriots' offensive line being with Barrymore, Tonga, Williams, Laundry, and Spilling. Flying off. That's insane. It looks like Tonga made helmet-to-helmet, and Jennings made helmet-to-helmet contact with him and just hit him hard. But that's what you got to do. That's what you sign up for in these type of games.
And they know what's going to happen. It's going to happen.
He'll throw it up, and that's almost intercepted. But it's not. Looked like he was going for Christian Kirk. Couldn't find him. Davidson gets in the way. You can see there Davis Jr. getting in the way there. He almost had that hit his fingertips. But, he was doing what a cornerback does, and he'll just bat that out of there. CJ Stroud today is 0 for 3. They've got all their gains off of rushes. Those being from Woody Marks. He'll find someone. He'll find Higgins. He'll make some room for himself, and that's Schultz. And he'll get a gain about 20-yard gain here on the nice little short pass and blocking from the Texans. Is it muted? He just found Schultz there. And Schultz got a nice gain. That was his first completion of the day. He's 1 for 4. CJ Stroud calling an audible. Got him to jump off sides, and there's going to be a flag on the offense. Sean Smith will make the call. This is his 8th season as a referee. He's going to be the head referee for today's game. 1st and 15 for the Texans. Now let's see what they can do. Historically, with the Patriots being so good, do you think Drake May... They had a couple off seasons. Do you think Drake May can fulfill his legacy of Tom Brady?
Yeah, actually, no, now that I'm thinking about it.
CJ Stroud makes a beautiful pass right down the middle to Higgins. And it'll be 2nd down with a gain about 8.
He definitely has a lot to live up to, especially with the historically legendary team as the Patriots. Past the 20th century was definitely the start of, the early to mid, past 12 years, let's say, 12, as in Tom Brady, was the Tom Brady era.
CJ Stroud, shotgun broken up, almost picked off by the Patriots defense. Whole bunch of guys ran to it. They collided, couldn't get it. Elias made another great defensive play, but couldn't get it. It's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Texans. Let's see what they can do.
As I was saying, past 11, 12 years, it was definitely the Tom Brady era. It kind of ended about couple years ago. Let's say 4. Am I right, Eddie? But yeah,
I would say so. CJ Stroud looking again in shotgun, likes that position. He finds someone. It's complete. Nice little short pass there for Christian Kirk. Excuse me, not Christian Kirk. That will be Jalen Knoll. And it looks like there's going to be a call here. Let's see what it will be. Flag on the play.
All right, so we have a flag now with 7:04 with 7 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here in the first.
Now CJ Stroud, he was looking, he finds Kirk. Slapped the ball out of hands by Davis. But we're not, it looks like it's going to be a face mask there on Davis. On Carlton Davis III, it's going to be a face mask. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Texans. Let's see what they could do. Maybe they could tie it up. CJ Stroud, as he likes the snap now from his center, Jake Andrews. Looking. He hands it off to Marks. Just about a gain of nothing, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Maybe he'll get 1 if he's lucky, but doesn't seem to. The ref will be giving it to him. You know, in Patriots-Texans history, Patriots have beat them 8-1 times.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that could stay? Do you think it could be 9-1? Or do you think they'll change it to 8-2? What do you think?
I don't know. These teams have definitely had very similar characteristics this season. Not only
as looking at Stroud, he'll find an open receiver. That will be Schultz. Schultz just about a touchdown, about 2 yards short.
As I was saying, they have not only similar record, but similar play styles, pretty similar quarterbacks. Just like the coach's way of, bring these teams into the playoffs. Besides a couple really far away apart, I think these teams are definitely similar, not only the record, but play style.
Looking, he'll find his guy, Marks, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see. Interesting lineup there. It looks like they had Titus Howard as a blocker, looking like as a running back, but no. Let's see what the call is. Illegal shift on the Texans, no touchdown. Let's see. It will now be 3rd and goal.
So we have 3rd and goal. We've got not much time left in the first.
You can see the movement by Schultz, which is going to be the illegal shift here. Let's see now. And it's going to be 3rd and 7. Snap it. CJ Stroud, shotgun, looking for a man. Can't find one. He's just about to run. And he just threw it up. He couldn't find a receiver. Didn't want to get sacked, and the Texans are going to have to settle for a field goal. Now, coming out there, place kicker Fairbairn. I mean, he's been solid all season. Hasn't missed any really important kicks here. Carlton Davis did a great job defensively. It looks like he was trying to throw up a Hail Mary for Marks, but couldn't really find it. This season, under 50 yards, Fairbairn has been 35 for 35 and 10 for 14 on over 50 yards. This is a 25-yard attempt. And that's through the uprights, and it's good. 7-3. And we'll be back. That was good.
That was. I'm gonna start talking because I finished one of the sides of my board. But wait, we have so you have 5, 6.
And we're going to be, when we're back here, I mean, that was just a great drive by the Texans, but it was also great defense from the Patriots. What'd you say?
Yeah, I mean, Drake May,
Drake May, as always.
Drake May, and CJ Stroud. Obviously, we said they're very similar.
You know, this season, Drake May has passed for 4,394 yards, while CJ Stroud only passing for 3,041. And, you know, they both have 8 interceptions on the year, which is pretty solid. Drake May, on the other hand, has 31 touchdowns, while CJ Stroud only has 19. This season, CJ Stroud is 273 out of his 423 passing attempts. And for Drake May, out of his 492 passing attempts, 354 of them have been successful.
And as I was saying, Drake May and CJ Stroud are both very similar, both only a year apart, both QBs, both similar in height and weight, both similar in playing style, both went to very great colleges for football, so they're just very similar in a lot of their characteristics in either throwing attributes, running attributes, height, weight, you know, they're definitely very similar, and I think that's why both of these teams are here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's a great statement there. Definitely part of the reasons why both these teams are here. Now, what do you think the Texans can do to adapt with them not having their star wide receiver, Nico Collins, out? I mean, they've really been looking at Woody Marks, who's had 703 rushing yards, but what do you think they could do to adapt with Nico Collins being out?
You know, Nico Collins, great player. He went to Michigan, kid from Michigan. He's injured right now, as we know. Goes 6'4", 222 pounds, 26-year-old kid. But then you have a little younger Woody Marks, definitely way smaller, sitting at 5'10", went to USC, one of the best football colleges that we know of. You know, definitely just adapt right now. Woody Marks is getting a big position as the first string running back, so yeah, it's going to be hard to adapt, but, you know, in a big game like this, you got to forget about that. You're not as good as the other guy, but that doesn't really matter because you have the position. You have a chance to prove yourself that you can be in a big spot in a divisional game, but yeah.
Fair round to kick off. And they'll not take an A. I thought they were going to take an A, so did you. Oh, and it's fumbled, but its Patriots are able to recover. Their whole team was able to hop on that. Munya was able to hop on that, so it wouldn't become Texans ball, and they can maybe take the lead again. You know, just going back to Stevenson, who's been absolutely outstanding in today's game, just being not even halfway into the game. What do you think the Patriots need to do to realize that he's this great player? Because it's clearly that it hasn't been working. Now the pass to Stevenson. He'll be rowdied up there as a celebration from the Texans defensive line. He'll rowdy him up like a cowboy rowdies a horse.
Yep.
You know, but as we were going back, what do you think the Texans can do to adapt?
You know, just pretend, I guess, that, with Stevenson.
Yes, with Stevenson.
I don't really know. I mean, it's a pretty hard question. I'd say, you know, but kind of just go with it. Different guy, but I'd say just go with it, yeah.
Yeah. As that pass had a couple fingers tipped on it and is incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 10 now for the Patriots. But yeah, definitely. I mean, this team, they've been good. They've been a solid football team.
Yeah.
You know, Drake May was looking, got tipped up by the defensive line there. And you know, he could see he's not happy at that. You know, everybody makes their mistakes, which is fine. Drake May now the snap, looking in shotgun, 3rd and 10, trying to find a man. He can't, and that's That's going to be a fumble. Nobody has it. Patriots jump on it. Texans all over it. Let's see what the call is. Will it be ruled a fumble? It's 4th and something. Campbell was able to jump on it. He's the rookie out from LSU. Let's see. He was looking, throwing, tipped. I think that might be ruled a fumble. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, definitely from our point of view, it definitely looks like a fumble. But, that can't happen. May and the whole O-line cannot let that happen, especially in a game like this, in a divisional game, and when you got only a couple minutes left in
and they'll punt it away, and Texans will jump on it. That will be Javon Noel, with their return for about 13 yards or so. Now let's see if the Texans can take the lead. It's Texans coming out with the ball. Let's see. And we'll be back after this quick break. I'm Eddie McPhillips alongside my partner,
James Went.
And we're back for a beautiful day of football in Foxborough at Gillette Stadium. I'm Eddie McPhillips with my partner,
James Went, and welcome back. We have a 7-3 score as the Patriots are leading over the Texans. Welcome back to ASR Radio. As we said earlier, I'm James Went. He's Eddie McPhillips. We got 3:41 left.
And handoff to Woods. He'll be stuffed up by the Patriots defensive line, and he'll lose a couple yards or two.
Yeah, obviously we have 3 minutes left before the quarter ends, and these mistakes like fumbles, anything like that, as I was saying earlier in the first quarter about, just fumbles and CJ Stroud.
And, in between the break, Dalton Schultz seemed to be heading back to the locker room. He's been solid today with 2 receptions for 47 yards. He was hit as he was thrown. He was looking for Higgins, couldn't find him. Woodson was able to break up the pass. Great defensive play there for Woodson. Greg Woodson, he's been solid today's game. He's not one of the guys that you hear about a lot, but he's someone that makes those big plays when you need them. Woodson.
Just because, you have those Tom Brady's or any of those guys, you got CJ Stroud, you got these star players, but the guys that are, a lot of the times that are talked about the most are the guys that made the biggest difference, not necessarily.
Oh, and what a catch there for Higgins, and he'll make his redemption.
The stars in the, you got those underdog players that are stars in the playoffs.
What a catch there from Higgins, 4th and 1. Jumping out of bounds. Great defense there by Davis, the third, but he got his 1, 2, and he's out of bounds at 1 yard short. CJ Stroud looking, maybe they'll go for a QB sneak here, or they have Woods in the backfield. Hands off to Woods. Woods finds a gap, pushing through the line. He'll get the first down. Great move there by Woods, and Chubb with a block as well. Beautiful football here. Now let's see the Schultz previous injury. Not quite sure. Looks like something to do with his hamstring and calf. Calf or hamstring. He's holding both. And it's 7-3 Patriots. No, they have 3 timeouts. So does the Texans with 1:45 left to go. It's 1st and 10 now. CJ Stroud fakes the handoff, looking, finds someone. Throws it up, and that's picked off by Davis the third. Picked off. Ref calls it. He's picked off inbounds. Patriots football. Let's see if they can go 14-3 before the end of this first quarter. CJ Stroud was looking for Christian Kirk, but just couldn't find him. Pass was too long. Kirk didn't have the speed. Picked off by Davis. Patriots football.
Very clutch there for, obviously for the Patriots. And yeah, I was talking about earlier, can't make those type of mistakes. If you're under pressure, you'd rather just chuck it into the stands and waste a down than giving up the football to the opposing team.
Definitely. I definitely agree with that, and it's going to be... And we're going to take a quick break here. We're in Foxborough at Gillette Stadium. I'm Eddie McPhillips.
I'm James Went, and we're signing off.
And we're back to the action here in the Divisional AFC game against the Patriots and Texans.
I'm James Went. He's Eddie McPhillips. And welcome back to Gillette Stadium.
Just great defensive play there from Davis as they'll get the ball back. Henderson pushing through. He gets yards and yards and yards and more. First and... It looks like it's going to be, 2nd and 5.
Very clutch play we saw earlier with the interception by the Patriots. C.J. Stroud, he has 2 fumbles lost and 2 interceptions.
Drake May walking. He seems to be calling an audible. In motion is Henry. Looking, he finds one. It's going to be a draw. He'll get a first down. He'll run it. Punched away by the Texans. Pointing in that direction. Let's see. Ref's ball whistle. Texans come out with the ball. And it's going to be Houston Texans football. They'll get the ball back after an interception by Davis on the Patriots on a bad C.J. Stroud throw.
So redemption for the Houston Texans as fumbles, interceptions, many turnovers from this team. It's the game's like ping pong. Every team gets the ball. I mean, you could look away for 2 minutes, and the next team could have the ball in this game. This is why I've been saying these teams are literally the same.
Definitely agree with that as Drake May just looks disappointed walking off the field. And we're going to have an announcement here from our head referee.
Yeah, doesn't every QB after they give up an interception or fumble?
Yeah.
I mean, it just happens so much in these games where the teams are so close in all of their attributes and characteristics. Every time the coach gets mad after one interception, it seems like the next coach gets mad because something happens.
Definitely C.J. Stroud looking. C.J. Stroud finds his receiver. And he'll be pushed out of bounds. That pass was 2. Higgins, he's been finding Higgins a lot today. Higgins has 3 receptions for a total of 23 yards with 5 targets. But yet he only has 0 yards after catch, which is fine because he's been solid. Wouldn't you say so?
Yes, definitely.
Long first quarter here with 45 minutes into the game, and we have 18 seconds left. Let's see, and that's going to be a handoff there for Woods. Woods has got about 3 yards and more. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 1, or possibly 3rd and inches. And that's going to be the quarter as time expires here as the Patriots lead 7-3 at the end of the first quarter. I'm with my partner, James Went, and I'm Eddie McPhillips, and we'll be signing off.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Gillette Stadium. I'm James Went. He's Eddie McPhillips. Welcome inside the broadcast booth for the second quarter of this AFC Divisional playoff game. We're continuing the New England Patriots versus the Houston Texans. We got a 7-3 score. We got the Patriots leading 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 for the Texans here. Let's see what they could do. They're just shy of being in the red zone. Looks like it's going to be like a Philly-type special, pushing in. Trick play for all of us. I didn't even know where that ball was going, and it's going to be to Stover. Cade Stover. It looks like, let's see here. He played the quarterback position. He looked like he was going to hand off. He comes on in the right side, and they get the first down.
Yeah, as you said, we got the Philly type special play. They're always coming up with something new or doing something illegal.
That pass is complete to Marks. He'll get about a gain of 5 yards. Beautiful play there from Stroud.
All right, so now we have 2nd and 4, 14 minutes remaining. The offense for the Texans, one out of 2 teams to convert less than 50% of red zone drives in each of the last 2 seasons, is, guess who? The New York Giants. Of course.
I mean,
the most unexpected.
You know, Marks has had a pretty good game here. Rushing for about 9 yards, but those 9 yards have been solid 9 yards for this this Texans team. And he'll get another handoff. He'll find room. No, again, his helmet goes flying off.
That's the second time we've seen it. You know, you don't get to see that every day. I mean, you do see it sometimes, but not something you see every day, especially in a playoff game.
Yeah, hard hitting there from Ellis on the Patriots defense. He's been good.
So now we got 3rd and 4 with a couple minutes into the second. In the red zone is the Texans. Now the throw from Stroud, and he gets it. Touchdown.
Touchdown pass to Christian Kirk. He'll find him. And now the Texans take this lead as well as they get the ball in the second quarter. I mean, yeah, they've been good. 9-7, and then come out now. Be Fairbairn to kick the field goal. That's going to be his second kick. And they'll be solid. You know, let's see. Kirk there. Guarded by Jones. Jones was just too slow for him. Couldn't find him exactly. Marcus Jones, and that field goal is good. And, you know, after the Drake May fumble, Texans were able to punch it out, and now they get the ball back and score a touchdown. 10-7. Texans lead with 12 minutes and 51 seconds left to go in this quarter. I'm Eddie McPhillips, joined by my partner, James Wen, and we'll be back after this quick break. I'm Eddie McPhillips here, joined by my best bud, James Wen.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here at Gillette Stadium in New England. We had a great game, and, you know, it's a very exciting one. We got Texans going up against the Patriots and the kickoff for the second.
And now to return it for the Patriots. He has room. He's running. He'll get taken out from the feet. That's Chisholm the third. Great play there overall.
So Drake May is getting ready to come in. Offense today, touchdown drive, 6 plays for the Patriots. This is Patriots. Yard 66. Result, pass touchdown. 3 others. You know, this Drake May today, 5 for 7, 54 yards and 1 touchdown. A 10-7 score.
As he's in the shotgun motion, finds a receiver, shooting downfield. Can't get it to connect.
And it's quickly blocked.
That was going to Buttle, Texans. But by great Texans defense there. And they were able to break that up.
So now going over the defense. So the defensive leaders, and all leaders for Houston and New England. Starting off with Houston for passing yards. We have 3,041 passing yards for C.J. Stroud, obviously, starting quarterback.
And that's a nice little run there.
Rushing yards, we have Marks as the running back, 703 yards. Receiving yards, we have the injured Nico Collins as the wide receiver with 1,117 receiving yards. Sacks, we have 15 sacks for Hunter.
Jay, the Patriots are 0-3 on third downs.
As the defensive end.
Let's see if they could change that here on 3rd and 7. Drake May now. And shotgun 3rd and 7. He'll snap it looking for a pass. No, looking, almost got swallowed up. He'll go for a jog. First down, Patriots. Drake May with a little rush there. He'll be able to get it there and back to our defensive stats, James.
And now is continuing for the Houston stats. We got Ali Shahar as the linebacker for tackles, and that's 103. Now Eddie for the New England Patriots stats.
You know, defensively, Landry the third, he's averaging 8.5 sacks. Excuse me, he has 8.5 sacks.
Drake May this season scrambles for first downs 27.
As that's going to be a quick little handoff there to Henderson. Trayvon Henderson can't get much out of it. And it's going to be second and about 13. And then the linebacker, Spillane, he has 97 tackles on the season. And the Tom Brady and Drake May comparison, playoff rushing career. You know, Brady has played 48 games and had 133 rushing yards. Well, Drake May has only played 2 games, and he's catching up close to it with 78 rushing yards. I mean, he can, you know, in today's NFL, I feel like they run the ball. Quarterbacks run the ball a lot more. Would you say that so?
Jalen Hurts. Or as him, scrambles are definitely his big thing, at least for last season and the season before when they won the Super Bowl.
And there'll be a timeout, and we'll be back after this quick 2-minute break. I'm Eddie McPhillips, joined by my partner
James Wynn, and we're signing off. Welcome back, everybody, to Gillette Stadium. I'm James Wynn. He is Eddie McPhillips, and welcome inside the broadcast booth as we are in the second quarter of this very interesting AFC Divisional game for the Patriots face off with the Houston Texans. Just getting into Trayvon Henderson. He's 5'10", goes 202 pounds. And we got a 10-7 game here in the second with 11 minutes remaining. 2nd and 9. So we got the snap.
Drake May looking, find someone. He can't get that. That's incomplete. Looks like, again, he was going for Buttle. Keyshawn Buttle couldn't, just a little bit of butterfingers there. Bad pass there. That's because of the rain. Looks like it wasn't completed. Not exactly where Drake May wanted it. But it's better than nothing. Better than getting sacked and losing yards. 3rd and 9. That was broken up by Will Anderson. This is his rookie season. You could see the frost of their breath on the field. Drake May, he's sending Diggs in motion. Drake May, he'll throw one up. That's a deep ball. Just cannot get the fingertips on it. It's Kyle Williams. No, he could not make the pass completed. And it's 4th and 9 for the Patriots. And here comes their special teams. Drake May, that was a beautiful pass. Slipped out of the fingers of Williams. You could, see the replay here. Just slipped out. That's because of the snow and rain, and it's kicked away. Returning it for the Texans. Calling a fair catch there. For the Texans, that's going to be Jalen Knoll. Texans football. For C.J. Stroud and the Texans. You know, C.J. Stroud, he's 8 for 15 on the day. He's passed for just under 100 yards, passing for 96 yards. He's at 53.3 completion and 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He has not been sacked yet in today's game, which is an impressive stat line. Well, on the other hand, Drake May, he's 5 for 10, 54 yards, 50% completion rate, averaging 5.4 yards a throw, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, 1 sack, and a fumble as well for Drake May. So 1 turnover.
All right, so obviously the weather has definitely been affecting passes and everything. After this play, let's just get into a little weather review because it looks a little hailish. It doesn't look as much snow, but definitely is some pretty harsh rain.
CJ Stroud fakes the handoff, looking. He's going to get hit while it's thrown. And that's picked off by the Patriots. Running for yards and more. That's
and it looks like it's going to be a touchdown.
And it's going to be a pick six for the New England Patriots. 14-10.
So we got a 13-10 currently score by Marcus Jones. 25-yard interception. And that was just insane. You had the defensive lineman come up and sack CJ
Yeah, definitely. Defensive line really stepped up there, hit CJ Stroud as he was hit. And we were just talking about how impressive it was that he did not have a turnover yet in this game. Where last game he had 5 fumbles. And that changes. He has one interception. 13-10 now. And now to kick the field goal is Borgialis.
So as we were talking about earlier with the weather, do you think the weather had anything to do with the slipperiness on Stroud?
100%. I mean, you see, guys are having butterfingers left and right. I mean, definitely.
And you definitely think that that Stroud tried to let go of it or tried to get rid of it, or do you think it was the weather?
I think he was just trying to throw it away so he wasn't sacked. For a loss, it looked like it was going to be a loss of 10. Couldn't, no.
It been more or less, but then the Patriots picked it off, and will be a pick six. Now the kick is high up.
And that's good. And now we'll take a quick break as it's a 14-10 football game. And we're back here into the action. Houston Texans at New England Patriots. We were discussing earlier how the weather is affecting this game. There's 10:31 left to go in the second quarter, 14-10. To kick it off for the Patriots is Borgialis.
All right, so now for our weather report here at Gillette Stadium. So right now, it's 34
And no yards and more. He'll be tackled at the 25-yard line. From the back of the end zone, he decided not to take a knee. And he'll just end up just where he would have anyway.
So right now, courtesy of the weather app presented by Apple, we have a severe weather, National Weather Service, winter weather advisory. These conditions are expected to last until 7 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday, January 19th, which is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. But right now, we have a wintry mix expected around 5 p.m., Wind gusts are, just going crazy right now. And we got 34 degrees. It seems like there's a little combination of a little very cold rain right now.
Definitely.
And it's definitely making the players' gloves slippery. So I definitely advise for the players to take their gloves off so it doesn't make their hands or make them feel like butter.
Texans today, they have 12 rushing yards and they're averaging 1.3 yards a rush. Second and 11 off a loss on their run. Came blitzing and hot was the Texans' defense. But they're able to make the catch. Hutchinson is able to get the grab on it, and they'll get a first down. Guys like Hutchinson are really able to, step up here. With the absence of Nico Collins, which I definitely think is helping this game so far, wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, and definitely with 9 minutes left here in the second, as I was saying earlier, the mistakes keep on just flowing in with crazy interceptions, crazy fumbles, hands, butterfingers, anything could go wrong for the Patriots and the Texans with that. The Texans aren't holding on to that big of a deficit as they're only down by 4, so 14.
And they get the ball back in the second half. Now CJ Stroud in the shotgun. Woody Marks today, he said 8 rushes for 7 yards. It seems better, but he's also been stuffed a couple of times as Stroud finds a man. Oh, and it's picked off again by the Patriots defense. That's Woodson.
And he will keep going.
Woodson gets the pick and more. Another. As we were discussing earlier in this game, we were talking about how the weather affects this Texans team.
And he just completely ignored the weather. Mother Nature did not stop him as the Texans 3 turnovers, and the Patriots with 1. But that was just excellent. He tipped it up.
Yeah.
Got a little tip drill there.
As we were praising Hutchinson, he's the one that it tipped the fingers off of, and Woodson was able to get his gloves on it and
now
pick
we're
it
going to be
off.
singing his praises.
Let's hopefully nothing happens to him.
Yeah. But you know how the game of football works. Nothing is guaranteed. Anything could happen, and that's with any sport. But especially in football where, 1 minute it could be someone's ball, and then the next one, or it could literally happen in 5 seconds. But that's the great aspect and the great nature of football, that anything could happen anytime.
In the regular season, they only had 12 turnovers, which is the second fewest in the NFL. They had 3 today and 3 against Pittsburgh, and they're not even in the second half. Drake May calling his play with his snapper, Bradbury. He's been solid now. Most plays by rookies, most yards gained, and Patriots are 4th on the list for that, which is pretty incredible. And now Drake May lining up. He sends Diggs in motion, looking for yards. Is Henderson. Henderson spins out of the defender. Hill getting about a gain of 6. It's going to be 2nd and 4.
All right, so we, just a lot of great playmaking. The plays that these guys are running, the plays that Drake May is running right now with his guys are just excellent. And all of these dance moves that they're just showing up, it's just been excellent to watch. And Drake May executes so perfectly.
Yeah, Drake May, he'll fake the handoff, looking, and he'll get sacked, though. He'll lose about 8 yards, then it'll be 3rd and 13. That's what the Texans needed. Anderson Jr. just came flying in there. Will Anderson Jr. He's a great player. He's had some nice sacks throughout the season. He's pointing up to the heavens for that beautiful play. Patriots are 1-5 on 4th downs. 3rd downs, and that pass is going to be completed to Hunter Henry. He'll get about a gain of 5, and it's going to be 4th and around 8. And the punting team.
So speaking,
will come on for the Patriots.
So Dalton Schultz, he kind of just randomly left the game. So on all major websites and apps and everything, it says he's questionable. So he clearly has left the game. So the most likely tight end that will replace him, they got 4 strings for the Texans. So it'll be Cade Stover will probably come in for him. Another injured tight end for the Texans is Jared Kingston.
What we've been seeing, though, for the Texans, coming in to replace him, is Hunter Henry.
Jordan.
For the Texans, we've also been seeing Cade Stover. He's had a couple of catches, but then it looks like they're going back to the 4 wide receivers, because they have a solid wide receiver room with Woody, where they have also guys like running backs who could play the receiver role. They have Xavier Hutchinson, Berrios, Higgins, Knoll, Christian Kirk. Tank Dell, unfortunately, is hurt. C.J. Stroud has 3 interceptions on the last 7 passing attempts. C.J. Stroud now looking. Can't find a man. He'll get a sack. Almost picked off again by the Patriots defense. But they were not able to get fingers on that. And Patriots defense have been outstanding, and it looks like we're going to have an injury on the field. Titus Howard, the left guard, he seems to be hurt and in pain, looking to be at his arm. Let's see what's going to happen. The medical staff for the Texans will come out and check on him.
And all the coaching staffs.
Oh, it looks like... Oh, it looks like something with his knee. He stepped on C.J. Stroud after he was hit and sacked, but that's something you got to blame him for. That was his job to protect his quarterback.
Yeah, and he clearly could not have done that simple task, which eventually led to an interception.
Definitely. And I'm Eddie McPhillips, joined by my partner, James Went, and we'll be taking a quick break. And we're back here to Gillette Stadium. And Trent Brown, the right tackle who would have replaced Tyus Howard, is also out today. So it looks like Jarrett Patterson will come in for the Texans now. Snapping, Jake Andrews to C.J. Stroud. Stroud almost gets hit with the safety. Cannot make it. This almost another interception from Jones. This Patriots defense has been absolutely outstanding. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, and it's just been, as I said earlier, ping pong is the phrase. Ping pong is the phrase indeed, because this game is just back and forth, turnover, interception, fumble. It's just back and forth. It makes you want to go crazy with C.J. Stroud. He's 9 for 20, 108 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions today, which is, outstandingly awful.
And he throws it to the ground, and that's again swooped up by Jones. Absolutely outstanding defensive performance from Jones today in the AFC Divisional.
So I personally thought he was going to get safetied, but then he got held back up by his O-line. But then I thought it was going to be intentional grounding, but he threw it before the line of scrimmage, bounced up, Jones gets it.
It looks like it slipped out of his fingers. Let's look at this. No, that's not what he wanted. You could see his expression afterwards. He didn't look happy.
Jones just is, so confused but so relieved right now.
And now after that absolutely amazing defensive play, he'll come back for the Patriots and return the punt. Marcus Jones. The punt. Jones under it. Won't call a fair catch, and he'll go out for a jog. Although he's amazing on defense, not a lot he could do there on offense.
Definitely has the speed, but, definitely lost a little of yards because he
C.J. Stroud is 9 for 21 today. And out of those 12 passes, 12
attempts.
12 out of the 12 incompletions, 3 of them have been interceptions.
And then the other ones are just,
So 25% of his incompletions are interceptions in today's game.
That's absolutely
Which is insane. That's something absolutely unacceptable from a quarterback.
Especially in an AFC Divisional game. As
they'll hand that off there to Hendrickson. He'll get some yards. What about you, James? Do you think the Patriots do a pretty good job at balancing
Drake
out?
May's doing so much better than C.J. Stroud right now. Besides some of the fumbles and everything, but yeah, definitely. And I think Matt Burke, it's his 3rd season as working for the Texans.
Stevenson, we talked about early, and he's been staying solid. He has 25 yards on 3 attempts, and that absolutely, they can't give a guy like Buttle that daylight. And he'll get about 25 yards. He's pumped up. Patriots are pumped up. And Drake May, just another absolutely pass. As you say, peppering through the center. Is that your phrase?
Yeah, playing pepper through the middle. Just go. That's in terms of baseball terminology. But as I was saying, going straight up the middle of the field, and they get a pass. Drake May executes perfectly in this game. Besides the stats don't show completely, but he is putting up some decently close numbers to Tom Brady, as you were saying earlier. Isn't that right, Eddie?
100% now. As he's looking, he'll hand that off there to Henderson. Henderson has about a gain of 3 there. He's been solid. Like I said, they're really doing a great job, I would say, at least splitting up who's rushing for the Patriots. They have a great running back in Stevenson, but also a great running back in Trayvon Henderson. Henderson today, He has 7 rushing attempts for 13 yards, while Stevenson has 3 attempts for 25 yards. Solid overall playing from the rushing core, the running back room of the Patriots. Patriots now, he'll find a man. That's again Buttle. Excuse me, that's going to be Boot with the reception. And again, he's been solid for the Patriots all day here. As we were talking about rushing, let's give their wide receiver room some praise. He has 2 receptions for 43 yards. He has 4 targets, though. He's been solid. Diggs is a guy you don't really hear about, but he comes quietly creeping up on you, wouldn't you say so?
Yeah.
Now in the red zone is Patriots. Now Drake May. First and goal for May. May looking. And that's caught for Diggs. We were talking he's a quiet guy. And it's a touchdown. 20-10. Patriots lead it. 3 minutes and 12 seconds left to go till halftime. Stephon Diggs, a 7-yard receiving touchdown. Absolutely amazing. Peppering through the middle of the defense. Absolutely amazing.
And as we were saying, he's in trouble in real life. But now he's in trouble for the Houston Texans as he gets that amazing touchdown, getting almost double-teamed, tipped it up, caught it, and he gets the touchdown.
Reed just didn't have the defense for that.
Scoring drive for the Patriots, 5 plays, 56 yards, and that leads to 2 minutes and 48 seconds.
And that field goal is right down the center, and it's good. Texans do get the ball here, so if they're able to capitalize on this drive and maybe score, they'll feel a little bit more confident going into halftime. And I'm Eddie McPhillips, joined by my partner, James Lennon. We'll be taking a quick break.
Hello, everybody, and we're back here at Gillette Stadium in Massachusetts. I'm James Wynn. He's Eddie McPhillips. And we're back here in the late stages of the second quarter. We have Stephon Diggs this season. Just amazing with that touchdown right before we took the break.
And to return that for the Texans will be Noel. Noel has some yards and more. Just about, I'd say, at the 23-yard line. And C.J. Stroud, he's been struggling in today's game. Let's see if he could maybe make a change here and get the Texans a little more confident going back into that locker room. Would you say so?
Yep. Just some, little key points, little nuggets to add during this game for the massive yardage. During their 2012 Divisional round playoff matchup, the Patriots offense gained 457 total yards against the Texans, which remains the most yards.
And that's almost picked off again by Jones. What a defensive day for Marcus Jones.
The Texans have ever allowed in a postseason game. Another one is rare win. The Texans' only win against the Patriots during the Tom Brady era occurred in the final game of the 2009 regular season, a 34-27 victory.
Tyus Howard, he was injured before. He's back on the field. He's not doing the job he needs. He needs to protect his quarterback better than he is now. Chason got it. And it looks like there's going to be a flag on the play. Chason was on all over C.J. Stroud. He tipped his finger, which almost led to another Marcus Jones interception. Didn't happen. Hope it did.
And the last 2 points are a regular season success. The Patriots have a heavily lopsided advantage in the regular season, holding an 8-1 record against Houston. And the last one is high scoring in 2016. In the 2016 Divisional round, the Patriots defeated the Texans 34-16, a key game on their path to winning Super Bowl LI. So, obviously, Super Bowl 50.
He'll throw one deep Hail Mary, look it up. No, Kirk couldn't get under it, but there was going to be a flag on the play. Might be pass interference on the Patriots defense. Looks like a little bit of a hold on Kirk, which didn't lead him to get his hands on his fingertips on that. Absolutely, that's a gutsy play there from C.J. Stroud. Like a guy who's already had 3 interceptions in today's game, but that's another incomplete pass. Let's see what the call is going to be. It's going to be on Davis the third. And it's going to be a hold, it seems like. Yeah, he held him back. Might be a hold or pass interference. Let's see what they'll make the call here. That can go either way. Patriots head coach seemed to be a bit argumentative with that call. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now. Carlton Davis, third. Now looking. Woody Marks. It's going to be 2nd down now for the Patriots. Couldn't get what he wanted. 2nd and 14.
So you saw it earlier in that play. You had Stroud handing it off, and he gets absolutely, just obliterated. Marks got obliterated by the defense. Now Stroud in the pocket. He throws it, and it's caught by Higgins.
Just a beautiful catch there from Higgins. He was able to get his fingers on it. Like we were talking about before, Texans were struggling to catch the football, but they've been doing a better job at that now in the second quarter. And it's the 2-minute mark here in Gillette Stadium in Foxborough.
I'm James Went. He's Eddie McPhillips. We're signing off. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Gillette Stadium, the home of the New England Patriots. I'm James Wynn. He's Eddie McPhillips. And welcome. We're just before halftime here
in Foxborough at Gillette Stadium. C.J. Stroud in the shotgun position. He'll hand that off. He'll fake it. I even thought that was a good fake there. And it's picked off again by Carlton Davis III. That's the 4th interception on the day for the Patriots.
Oh my goodness! 4 turnovers for the Houston Texans. 1 for the Patriots. You look at Robert Kraft.
He was
very happy.
Looks like he was looking for Hutchinson. Couldn't find him. Carlton Davis, who had the earlier flag, with the pass to Christian Kirk, he made up for it with that interception. I mean, this team is absolutely insane.
Yeah, that was crazy. C.J. Stroud interception.
That's Davis's 2nd interception.
In the regular season, he has 8. And in the playoffs,
he has 5. Oh my goodness, he can't do a lot in the playoffs. And that's a quick little handoff to Trayvon Henderson. He'll get a gain of about 3. So far for these interceptions for the Patriots, Davis has 2 interceptions. Been absolutely incredible. Jones, he's only had 1, but that was a pick 6, so that led to a score for the Patriots. And Woodson also had an interception. I mean, this team is absolutely incredible, wouldn't you say so?
Yep.
And now lining up for the Patriots. Drake May looking. He'll find a target. Almost caught. Couldn't get the fingers on it. Lastalier played some nice defense. It looks like that pass was going to Williams, and it's 3rd and 7. We were talking about the Houstons. What do you think it will be like in the locker room for the Houston Texans? I mean, they always talk about not blaming the QB. The QB can't do anything. I mean, in today's game, it's all C.J. Stroud. I can't even control how.
He's not going to get any sleep tonight, I promise you. Even if they end up winning, he's definitely, if a miracle happens and they end up winning, he's going to get major criticism, and he might not even get to play.
And that's tipped by the defensive line. 4th and 7. The punt team will come out for the Patriots. Bryce Barringer, he'll have the punt. As we were saying, the weather is definitely affecting this Texans team as that punt is underway. Barringer underneath it, calls it for a fair catch. There is Jalen Knoll. That was their go-to punt returner.
All right. So, Texans in playoffs under Demko Ryans. In 2023, he wild card, Browns and Ravens, lost by 24 for the Ravens, won by 31 for the Browns. And then in 2024, the wild card with the Chargers, won by 20. Very experienced coach. Texans, only current team to never play in conference championship.
As maybe they could change that today, not looking too promising. Maybe if they're able to get a score here before halftime. 1 minute remaining. Both teams has 3 timeouts. Gonzalez was able to get fingers on that and break that up.
CJ Stroud today, he's 10 for 25, 124 yards. Not looking too hot, as he have 5 interceptions this postseason with a minute left and a second and 10, and they're right by the end zone on their own side. Not looking too good.
Again, looking for Kirk, couldn't find him. Christian Kirk. And Jones, again, absolutely stellar defense from him today. I think he might be for the ASR player of the game.
Yeah, and, Stroud, they're going to need to throw a Hail Mary if they want anything to do with this second quarter.
I mean, this game as a whole is a Hail Mary for the Texans. Hopefully they can win. I mean, dominating the whole time is the Patriots. As the snap to Stroud is good in a shotgun position, flag thrown. Let's see what it is. It might be offsides. Stroud looking for yards. He got maybe 1, and that's about it. There's going to be a flag on the play with 49 seconds left in the second quarter. Patriots lead 21-10. Both teams have their timeouts left. And there's going to be an offsides on the defense. We're back here in Foxborough at Gillette Stadium, where the Patriots are taking on the Houston Texans in the AFC Divisional. From Woody Marks, a nice little run there, and it's going to be 2nd and 2. Texans really moving those chains. They have 23 rushing yards this drive. They only had 8 in the first half. Now, Stroud, another one. Hand off to Marks. He can't get a gain like he did before. Maybe he'll get 1. No, he does not. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Let's see if the Patriots defense can step up like they have earlier in today's game.
Continuing in the regular season, but in Houston's 30-6 wild card win over the Pittsburgh Steelers, Collins suffered a concussion. Schultz finished the regular season with 770 receiving yards, second most on the Texans. And that is brought to you by DJ B and Amy, presented by ESPN. It was posted on today at 4:47 p.m. in Eastern Time. And, it definitely recommend checking him out on ESPN. Great writer. And, it was just so much great information as Schultz is...
And it's going to be 3rd and CJ. This current drive, they're 3rd. Now it's 3rd and 2. Third and 2 there in the red zone. CJ Stroud, he's 13 for 29. He has 159 yards, 1 touchdown, and 4 interceptions. Let's see if they can capitalize and maybe make this game 21-17. Patriots fans on their feet. Defensive fence. Defense. You see the defense signs out there. Kirk in motion. CJ Stroud finds him. almost picked off again. Marcus Jones read it like a book, like he's been reading every play. 4th and 2, and they'll bring out their field goal unit now. Fairbairn, he'll be out to kick his 2nd field goal of the day. Like we were talking about, Marcus Jones, just an incredible defensive player. He saw Kirk in motion. He almost picked that off. Like they say, cornerbacks don't have the same hands as receivers. But he didn't need that. He just really broke up that pass, which was absolutely incredible there. And now a 25-yard attempt for Fairbairn. The kick up through the uprights, and it's good. Now 21-13 with 9 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the NFL Divisional round against the Houston Texans and the Patriots. James?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough. It's definitely been a battle for both of these teams. After the timeout, I'm James Wynn. He's Eddie McPhillips. We're signing off. We'll be back.
And we're back here in Foxborough at Gillette Stadium. Hail, snow really coming down here.
And yeah, we got a great game going on right now. The Texans and the Patriots both playing their hearts out. 21-13. Both are excellent teams. But CJ Stroud is not showing up this game. He has multiple interceptions. We have Jones, who's just doing absolutely immaculate this game.
And that's a nice little run from the the Patriots return team. They got a nice amount of yards. They've been pretty successful throughout this whole game, Not the best game for the Patriots, but also certainly not their worst. And that shows in the scoreboard. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, we were definitely talking about earlier with Drake May. He's definitely getting close to putting up some Tom Brady numbers. As Drake May, he is 117 yards, 6.16 average, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 3 sacks, 84.8 rating,
and spinning away from the defense is the running back for the Patriots. That's going to be Stevenson. He has a nice little move there, which will get him a nice amount of yards and more.
So we got 2nd down, 9 minutes to go here in the 3rd.
Drake May now, 2nd and 5, 90 minutes remaining, as James Went just said earlier. Oh, and that's a nice little screen pass for Stevenson.
All right, so this just in, a quick weather report sent to you by Apple Weather. We are right here with severe weather. Here, quote, severe weather, National Weather Service, from the National Weather Service, winter weather advisory. These conditions are expected to last until 7 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday, January 19th, as we were saying earlier, but now we have snow and a little bit of sleet falling, so we have currently a little bit of hail, a little bit of everything, and we clearly see that, and you guys clearly see that on your screens. Currently 33
and
degrees.
They get in the way of that. Doesn't seem like it's going to be anything more than what it is. I think it's just going to be an incomplete pass. But no! Let's see what they're rolling at. I'm not sure if that's going to be Texans football. I'm not sure if it's going to be Patriots football. It looks like it's a bit knocked out by Anderson Jr. He's a guy that we've been really talking about today. He's been pretty solid. Anderson Jr. has been pretty solid for the for the Texans all day here. Let's see. You could just another replay of that. He got the slap on that. Then the ball was picked up by Shahir. And we'll take a quick break. And going back to Anderson, he's been stellar, as C.J. Stroud has a nice little fake handoff there, looking for a man. And even more stellar is the Patriots defensive line in the way for the Patriots. is chasing.
So currently, as we're talking about, Will Anderson Jr., he's a defensive end. He goes 6'4", 243 pounds, 2025 regular season stats. He had 12 sacks and 35 solo. This game, he has 2 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble, no interceptions. But, yeah, he's just been the star for the defense of the Texans. Definitely showing a bit of light.
If there's a big defensive play for the Texans, I feel like he's the guy in charge of it. As C.J. Stroud is in the shotgun position, he finds a man downfield. That will be. He'll find his open man. Nice little catch there for Jaden Higgins. A nice little gain.
As we were saying, Will Anderson Jr. he's kind of the light in this Texans defense and in this whole Texans team. With obviously we've seen C.J. Stroud. He has not been doing too good in this game, but he's definitely the light.
Definitely. Jaden Higgins today, he has 9 targets, 6 receptions, and 59 yards. As C.J. Stroud looking, he's going to go for a jog. He'll get a nice amount of yards. That's going to be his first rush of the day. And that's going to be his second rush of the day, and he'll pick up about 7. 1st and 10 now for the Houston Texans after the forced fumble. He's definitely, I feel like Drake May is definitely someone that's been struggling fumbling the ball this year. He's definitely an MVP candidate. But when you look at guys like Matthew Stafford, who's been pretty solid this season, him and Drake May are really back and forth for MVP candidate. Matthew Stafford, exceptional player for the Rams.
All right, so speaking of Matthew Stafford, currently Stafford, the QB, 37 years old, 6'3", 2025 regular season. He had 4,707 yards. That's first, and 46 touchdowns, also first, and QBR 71.1, fourth, and 8 interceptions, which is tied for 17th. Went to Georgia as his college. Goes 6'3", 214 pounds. But we're not here to talk about him. We're here to talk about good old... Oh, that's forced fumble!
Another forced fumble. Woodson picks it up. It looks like Marks lost his shoe as he was rushing. Yeah, you can see he was running with one shoe. That's not good for him. Punched out by Gonzalez. Woodson picks it up. That's another turnover for the Texans and another absolutely outstanding play for the Patriots defense.
And I was talking about our good old pal C.J. Stroud, who has just not been doing good at all this game, has led to so many forced fumbles, interceptions, turnovers. Speaking of turnovers, we have 5 for the Houston Texans, and we have 3 for the Patriots. It's just been absolutely insane.
As you like to say in other sports, this game is certainly like ping pong. Defense is standing up on both sides, but offenses really can't capitalize. But, earlier in the first half, Patriots were able to do the job.
And talking about C.J. Stroud, let's get into a bit of his statistics. So, sacks, he has 1. 4 interceptions, 34.5 rating. And he has 173 yards. We're talking about this game currently. He's just been, he was doing pretty good in the regular season. I'd say he's among a little over average for a quarterback this season. I'm James Went. He's at A. McPhillips. We'll be back after this after this break.
And we're back in Foxborough, here live at Gillette Stadium.
I'm James Wen. He's Eddie McPhillips, and welcome back to the AFC Divisional. I'm James Wen, and
we're back here, 21-13. Patriots lead with 5 minutes and 21 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Drake May in the shotgun position, looking, hands off to Stevenson, he couldn't find room. Jones was able to get the tackle on him. Jones has been pretty solid today. Not a guy we talk about a lot, but definitely Naquan Jones. Definitely someone who, today there's a total of 8 combined turnovers. This is the most in playoff history since 2015, where the Cardinals played the Panthers. Drake May, the handoff now. Nice little rush for Stevenson. He'll pick up a couple of yards. It's going to be about 3rd and 5 now. Now, the Patriots haven't done the best job on conversing on third downs. Excuse me, it's going to be 3rd and 8. That was a miscalculation by me. Drake May and let's see what call the offensive coach's call for the Patriots. Yeah, the Patriots, as I was discussing before, they're 1-9 on third downs. And they're back here. Drake May now in shotgun. Looking. A little screen pass for Stevenson. He can't find a whole bunch of yards. He'll pick up 1. It's going to be 4th and 7. And the punt team will come on for the Patriots.
Earlier, Stevenson, he kind of trucked through that Texans defense a little. Got the little gainage of yards. Just got a little hesitant. But, yeah. So now we got 4th and 7. The punt team coming up. So we got
Jalen Noel to return. Bryce Barringer to kick.
So you got here in the 3rd quarter. We got 3:30 to go.
Noel under it. He'll call for a fair catch, and he's going to be about at the 40-yard line. They have 60 yards to go if they want a chance to win this football game.
All right, now we'll take a little short intermission. I'm James Wynn. He's Eddie McPhillips. We'll be back. Hello and welcome, everybody. We are back here on ASR Radio inside the broadcast booth here at Gillette Stadium. I'm James Wynn. He's Eddie McPhillips. A lot of laughs, a lot of excitement, a lot of intensity.
We're just trying to have fun,
Yeah, we like to incorporate laughs, fun, intensity, anger. We like to incorporate literally every single emotion.
And a hands off to Marks.
Marks
that was Chubb. Nick Chubb, they're really doing a nice side, as we were talking about. Both teams doing a nice job in rotating in their rushers.
So, Nick Chubb, he has 0 touchdowns, 3.5 average, 7 long, 0 fumbles, 4 ATT, and 14 yards. So, putting up decent numbers for not getting the ball the whole entire game.
Now 2nd and 7.
Everybody's mouth, you can see their breathing. That's how cold it is.
Stroud, no, almost picked off again. This is absolutely insanity from the Patriots defense. They have been stellar this whole game. Woodson got to jump on it.
Since CJ Stroud is doing so bad this game, me and Eddie can now be so in sync because we know when something's bad is going to happen.
Yeah.
So now we got 3rd and 7. And, the Patriots defense has been absolutely insane. We got CJ Stroud today is 15 for 33, 173 yards, 1 touchdown, and 4 interceptions.
CJ Stroud looking, throws it up. Almost a one-handed catch from Higgins.
When OBJ
but there's going to be a flag. There's going to be a flag on the play. Patriots fans upset about it. Let's see. It's going to be one on Carlton Davis III. You really can't get mad at them because he has 2 out of their 4 interceptions. So he's been solid this whole game. Decent defense. Let's see what the call will be here. I think there's going to be a hold on that arm there. He couldn't get that second arm out. C.J. Stroud knew it. Let's see.
He kind of puts his hands up in excitement, and that could be crucial for later in this game. It's not the biggest of the deficit. Penalties / yards, 3 for 15 for the Texans and 3 for 48 for the Patriots.
So and now the snap to Stroud, shotgun looking, he finds someone. Oh my gosh, they cannot just get their fingers on the ball. That's Kate Stover. That's Dalton Schultz's replacement. It's going to be 2nd and 10. I mean, they've had like 6 or 7 of those drop passes in today's game. I mean, where they were wide open and they hit their fingertips. I mean, it was like 6 or 7.
Right, so see Stroud there. Absolute dime. Just cannot get it wide open.
Stover, I mean, great blocking. Patriots look like they're going to change their formation and they're going to blitz. Patriots have guys rushing. They have their linebackers set. And, hard, heavy hitting for the Patriots. They know how to play defense, and they know how to play it well. That's Ellis getting involved. We've talked a good amount about him earlier in today's game, but not as much, and there's going to be an injury here. Chasen, he was playing some solid defense all game. He had some fumble recoveries. He almost gets the legs, but then Ellis is able to come in and finish him.
That was just insane. You got 3 guys on Stroud.
You can see Ellis running. And, the excitement from the Patriots defense, I mean, not quite sure what the Texans are doing. There's 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in this third quarter, and we'll be back to the action after this short break.
And we're back, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to the third quarter here at Gillette Stadium. I'm James Wynn. He's Eddie McPhillips. On Fred Jennings, he goes 6-2. He might come in later in this game. We got 21-13. The Patriots.
As Stroud looking
lead.
3rd and 13, trying to find a man. He does. It's open. That's going to be complete. Will it be ruled a catch? That looked like that was... Yeah, that's going to be ruled a catch there. Just some solid catch by Hutchinson. And 4th and 8. And he'll kick a field goal. He had 2 25-yard field goals earlier today, as well as the touchdown. This is a 51-yard attempt for Fairbairn. The kick, up. Wynn takes it away, but it's able to go in. A 51-yard field goal for Fairbairn. Nice kick. Just an excellent kick there by Fairbairn. He was able to adapt with the wind and was able to realize, all right, this is where I got to go. And he kicked it, and that went right through the uprights. And we'll be back after this quick break. And we're back in Foxborough. Patriots, Texans, 21-16. Patriots have the ball to kick off now for the Texans is Fairbairn after just nailing a 51-yarder. Fairbairn, the kick is good. The kick is up and good. Now, returning it is Trayvon Henderson. Nice little return there. Excuse me, that's going to be not Henderson. That's going to be Johnson with the return. Nice little return. Stroud got hit hard there by Chase and smacked his head on the ground. Let's see, and James went.
So now May in motion throws it over.
That's going to be complete.
Now be first down.
Nice little catch there by Austin Hooper. He hasn't been too active today.
First down, the Texans got 14, while the Patriots got 7. Doubled by the Texans. Patriots past 4 drives, 0 first downs, and 2 turnovers. So we got about 45 seconds left. First and 10, 16-21. Texans are trailing. And now Drake May will try for the run. It looks like he might get about a yard, or if not none.
He seemed to be hit hard.
Yep.
But no, this Patriots offense has been pretty quiet here in the second half. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, I mean, they are leading by 5, but still, I mean, they have been pretty quiet.
Definitely.
So 8, 7, 6, 5, and now we go down, and it looks like this.
Trying to get them to jump off sides won't. That's the end of the third quarter. Patriots are leading 21-16. They have the ball, and we're heading into the fourth. We'll take a quick break. I'm Eddie McPhillips alongside
James Went. We're signing off. We'll be back for the fourth. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a great night for football here on NFL. The AFC Divisional Series is brought to you by ASR Radio. I'm James Went.
I'm Eddie McPhillips, and we are back to the action here in the
If
Patriots.
you're just tuning in, we got 15 minutes left here in the fourth.
Nice little catch there by Stevenson. Stiff arm. He got a gain about 2. Would have been a loss, but with that stiff arm, he got him a nice amount of yards.
So we got 3rd and 8.
Henry.
Jarrett Stidham expected to start AFC Championship game. 4 career starts, 1-3.
With the
0
absence of
playoff
Lennox.
appearances. Last pass attempt, 2023, Week 18 at Las Vegas. He is currently on the Broncos.
That was a great defensive play there.
Now
And that's
throw
good for
from
throw
May.
downfield. No, looking for a flag, and it's a late one after he signals. He'll get in his boot. Before on that previous play, Henry Toto 2 had a great play.
That's a very interesting name. So Henry's last name is spelled T-O, and then it's spelled with, and then you have O-T-O, and then another O. Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Derek Stingley Jr. is going to get the call there for the flag. Let's see. In the backfield, they have Stevenson ready to run. Drake May, and they'll give a nice little handoff to Stevenson. Henderson. He'll get a nice little game. Drake May and his team has been, hasn't been great, but hasn't been bad here in this fourth quarter. Especially if they're able to score here in this fourth quarter, they're kind of able to separate
The
themselves.
Texans' fourth quarter point difference, plus 78 regular season led NFL, plus 23.
And the wild card at Pittsburgh. Drake May. Looking. Motioning. Henry. Handoff. Henderson. Swallowed. 3rd and 6 now for the Patriots.
So right now, just a little weather update. So we're going to, right now, the weather app presented to you by Apple. It's continuing with the National Weather Services with winter weather advisory. Winter weather advisory. These conditions are expected to last till 7 a.m. Eastern. So we are obviously in the eastern part of North America.
3rd and 5. Drake May. Deep shot downfield. Diggs.
Oh my! Catches it!
What a catch! That's not Diggs. That's Butte. What a catch! And it's a touchdown! Patriots! Touchdown, Charlie Brown. Keyshawn Butte. 32-yard receiving touchdown. That was a bit OBJ-like. They had their best cornerback on that. That's just absolutely insane on the replay. Derek Stingley, that's going to be an ESPN top 10 there.
Yeah, an over-the-head OBJ-type catch, diving in, laying out fully for it, and he makes the grab. Absolutely insanity here at Gillette Stadium in Massachusetts. You see, he comes all the way out, completely lays out for the catch, and we got some game here in Massachusetts. What a catch. What a catch. Drake May threw an absolute dime. I'm James Went, and we'll be back after this quick intermission. And he's Eddie McPhelps. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Gillette Stadium as the kick
is through the uprights and good. 28-16. They're cementing their self-distance.
Adding some insurance points for this absolute. They are dominating this Texans defense. And the Patriots defense is also dominating.
Just a great catch there by Boot. Like we were saying, very Odell Beckham Jr. As he hits the peekaboo celebration there, saying, "Hey, what's up, hello?"
Hey, what's up, hello? We got a 28-16 lead here in the fourth with 12 minutes and 58 seconds left. And what a game for him. And everybody is just super excited as we have a great football game.
Now ready to receive the punt are the Texans return team. 12:58 left to go in this quarter. As you see, the camera crew here is absolutely drenched in hail, snow, and rain. All three of them, and the kickoff there for Borgalis is good. And now taking it out of the back of the end zone for the Texans is Noel. They'll get a nice amount of gain now. And now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Texans.
And C.J. Stroud will come out 28-16. C.J. Stroud, in the first half, he was 10 for 26, 124 yards, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. In the second half, he's 6 for 9, 54 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions.
Definitely, absolutely stellar game here. For the Patriots defense, not C.J. Stroud.
Not for C.J. Stroud, of course. All right. Stroud and shotgun.
Looking, he'll throw a nice little pass
Flips
to
it
Marks. He'll get a nice gain of 8.
All right, so we have 2nd and 6. So, rush yards for the Texans, 8 in the first half, 41 in the second half, and in total, obviously, if you can do math, they have 49. So, we got 2nd and 6, 12:24 remaining. Stroud throws it deep, and nobody can get there. I believe from the looks of it, I don't know, there were a couple people going up for it, but we got 3rd and 6. So I'm pretty sure.
Gonzalez, stellar defense.
And
Higgins was trying to get the grab on it, couldn't get it. Stellar defense, though, from Gonzalez. C.J. Stroud questioning why there's not a flag, but I think it's a good call. No flag should have been called on that play. Just like I was saying before, stellar defense from Gonzalez. Now 3rd and 6. Texans need to capitalize if they want to stay in this game.
All right, yeah, definitely, Eddie. We have a 28-16 game, and the Texans have a timeout. We have 3rd and 6, 12:16 remaining here in the fourth.
That's a surprise there that they took their timeouts. That's not a spot where you think they would take their timeouts.
It was I do believe that it was a pretty random spot in the game, but they definitely do need it no matter where or what period in the game that they have it. It's definitely most needed.
We'll salute our military personnel here at our game
that are present here at Gillette Stadium.
Hopefully they got those tickets for free. If not, I strongly disagree with the person's choices who were to give it to them.
And we have a lot of, military, and we have some people that are dressing historically, wannabe military.
Patriots going back
people.
in time,
Yep, we got the Patriots. This is where it all started. Now we got Stroud.
Looking, finds, almost picked off. Almost picked off by Woods. He couldn't get the
Speaking
fingers
of
he
history,
wanted on it.
history can start now if CJ Stroud can do the unthinkable and make this comeback, which has consisted of 12 points if he does being able to do it. So it's got a double-digit number that he needs to come back from, but history will definitely be made, and the history could be as good as those guys wearing the, everybody from the Revolution. And it would be a revolution for these Texans. And I'm James Went. He's Eddie McPhillips. We will take a break after this short intermission. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here at Gillette Stadium in Massachusetts. I'm James Went. He's Eddie McPhillips. Welcome back to the fourth quarter here with 12 minutes remaining. We got 4th and 6. Now the punt team for Texas will kick off. Tommy Townsend to Marcus Johnson. And now we'll roll all the way back. He's trying to keep it in out of the end zone. And that they will be, the Texans will touch it. And it looks like there could be a possible safety. He rolled it back to try to save it, and he did indeed. So if you look at a replay here, he gets past, he gets under, and Smith keeps it in from preventing that touchback.
Excuse me, I had to step out for some business inquiry, but I'm back here.
So now, we just saw earlier.
Drake May, now he hands that off to his running back. Henderson, he gets a nice amount of yards, and he'll get him out of possible safety territory.
You see some people taking off their shirts. I don't know how they're doing that, because these guys can barely go with a shirt. It must be really cold. We got like 33 degrees here in
what's the
snowy
feel like?
Gillette Stadium.
What's the feel like temperature here in Gillette?
So we got currently, we got a 32, and it feels like 32.
I think with the snow and wind and all of those combined, it would feel a little less, but I guess not, as that's a nice little run from his star running back, Stevenson.
All right, so we have 11 minutes remaining. 1st and 10. Patriots up by 12, 28-16. We got an amazing game. We got Patriots ball currently. So Daniel Hunter got a couple yards.
Drake May, this is the time where they waste their time and try to have Texans use their last time out. Let's see now, that's a nice little handoff again to Stevenson. Hill just short of the first down. It looks like it's going to be 2nd and 8 for this team.
So we have Ramondre Stevenson,
who's been
2025 regular season stats. He has 130 carries, 603 yards, 7 touchdowns, 4.6 average. He's college.
And the time's going tick, 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 tick. And there's 6 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. It's 3rd and 8 for the Patriots.
So we have 6 minutes, 3rd and 8, 28-16.
And that's a deep pass. Almost caught by the receiver, Williams. defense from Lastalier was able to stay on him. So now it's 4th and 8. The punt team will come out for the Patriots. And now the punter for the Patriots, Bryce Barringer. And then the Texans usually go with Jalen Knoll to return their kicks, which has been fun. Solid defense, no flags or anything. Now, Barringer. Let me take over. Barringer now to kick. Barringer, the kick up and away. On an adventure it goes. Like in the thingamajigger, up and away. Dr. Seuss, right there. Monday at 7:30, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The 10 seed Miami versus the number 1 seed Indiana at 7:30 here on ESPN and ASR Broadcasting. We'll be covering quarterly recaps of the game. We'll try to get a broadcast in if we're able to get into the studio, but we'll be doing quarter recaps and a halftime show together via Zoom. And now looking Stroud, almost completed and almost picked off. Combination of both. This is it's just been going back and forth. CJ Stroud, it's been a poop show performance for him.
So now we got 2nd and 10.
Now, yeah, he looks like for Bryant. That was a hold, though. I got to give him credit. That was a hold there on Woodson. Woodson held him back a little bit. Not quite sure if that was the right call, but let's say if he can make up for it on 2nd and 10. CJ Stroud now, he finds Woodson again, just short of the first down. It's going to be 2nd and 9, and that clock's continuing to go tick, tick, tick-a-tick, Rick. Tick, tick, tick. And that's what they want. That's what they want. They want to waste their time. Patriots defense, that's what they want to do. They want to hold that lead, and Woodson's found again for the first down. He picks up about 6 yards on that. Bryant. Excuse me, not Woodson. Woodson, he was guarded by Woodson, but Bryant was able to make the catch. Stroud really seeming to lock in this fourth quarter as he's a deep throw. Not there. He didn't want to get hit, which he did, but it wasn't a late hit. It was a good hit. As the back of his helmet says, choose love. He clearly hasn't been loving his receivers in today's game, as hasn't throwing them the best passes. CJ Stroud on 15-plus yard throws. He's 2 for 7, 39 yards and 1 interception. CJ Stroud now looking, and here comes the blitz. Oh, almost caught there by Hutchinson. Couldn't get the fingertips on it. Great defense from Gonzalez. Gonzalez, Jones, Christian Ellis, and Chasen and Carlton Davis are the really big core 5, I think, for the Patriots defense. Beautiful defense there by Gonzalez. Got the fingers in front of it, tipped it down. Immaculate. Christian Gonzalez, he has 8 tackles, which is the team high.
So now we got 3rd and 10. 5 minutes left.
CJ Stroud looking, doesn't want to get hit, but he gets wrapped up. Kairis Tonga gets the sack. Nice little play by Tonga. He's a guy that puts pressure. He's not a guy that you see a lot, but he puts pressure on their quarterback. He makes them throw, and it's 4th and 18, assuming they need to. They will not go for it, surprisingly. And they'll bring out their punt team. Tommy Townsend, now.
So we got 4th and 18, but it doesn't matter. We got the punt team coming out. And that kick is up and away. We got 28-16.
And now Jones with it. Jones making room for himself was what he does. And he got a nice little, about 10. Nice little run about 10 there to boost more than just his catch and not call a fair catch on that punt. CJ Stroud this game has 4 interceptions. which is not something you want to see. Or on the opposite hand, Drake May has 3 passing touchdowns. As you were saying earlier, he really peppers through the center.
Yeah, obviously, in baseball terminology, we use playing pepper with the middle, and he clearly is doing that. And this game has just been so funny to watch. Just CJ Stroud.
He needs someone.
That's just the funniest part
definitely.
of it all.
CJ Stroud. That's a nice little pass there to Stevenson. And James, hit us with our New England Patriots rushing stats for today's game.
The rushing stats for the New England Patriots. We got Stevenson, Henderson, and obviously May. So the first one is Stevenson. He has 68 yards. He also has, there's just so many open opportunities for rushing stats. And Stevenson, as we were saying, has 68 yards. 0 touchdowns for all of them for Stevenson. He has 20 long, 13 ATT, 5.2 average. And then for Henderson, similar stats besides the 25 yards, 12 ATT, 2.1 average, 6 long, and obviously for May, 2 ATT, 12 yards, 6 average, 0 touchdowns.
And there you see in the stands the Patriots chairman and CEO Robert Kraft sitting with his close relative Jonathan Kraft, the head of the Kraft organization here at the Patriots. And now.
And Drake May, 4 fumbles and 34 long.
His longest rush was for 8 yards. Drake May today, he's 16 for 26, 179 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. And it looks like Patriots are going to call a timeout here. And we'll be back after the quick timeout here from the New England Patriots here at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Gillette Stadium, the home of the New England Patriots. We are here in Massachusetts. We are continuing here in the fourth quarter after that timeout. We got 3 minutes and 11 seconds to go. Patriots lead over the Houston Texans 28-16. Sorry for the laughs earlier. We're laughing about how awful CJ Stroud is doing right now. Sorry, CJ, but it has just been an absolute poop job that you've been putting together. And, we just cannot contain the giggles. Am I right? Or am I right, Eddie? We show a lot of emotion on our broadcast.
And we like to have fun. We're not here
that's our main thing. Yeah. We're not here as Fox Sports. We're not here as
and
ESPN.
Maybe next broadcast we were going to get it in, but we just don't have the room and we had such an expensive equipment upgrade that we don't have the room. But next time we will do a food review.
Yeah, definitely.
Now Drake May. Drake May, as his fans like to call him. Had a nice little handoff there. But he gets swallowed up. Stevenson couldn't get the gain he wanted, nor the gain the Patriots wanted. 3rd and 10, they're going to have to pass it if they want to win this game.
All right, so we have 3rd and 10, 2 minutes left. I don't really think the Houston Texans can do much now with 2 minutes remaining. Everybody has their shirts off.
Here at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And they'll take another break, and we'll be back after this quick short break after the 2 minutes.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Gillette Stadium. I'm James Went. He's Eddie McPhillips. We got 28-16.
Drake May looking, incomplete. 1 minute and 54 seconds left to go. Their punt team will come out. And let's see if the Texans can give themselves some hope to win this game. CJ Stroud, he's ready. He's pumped. They need 2 touchdowns to come back and to win.
Yeah, no, it's been a very funny performance from the quote-unquote Eddie poop job from C.J.
Yeah.
Stroud. That's why we were laughing so much earlier. But, now it's time to back to be serious. And, right now, we got the Patriots kicking off, and the kick, it's high. It's deep.
And now to return it now is Jalen Noel. Noel makes space for himself, but can't get more than 5. He seems frustrated about it. And now let's see. C.J. Stroud, the poop job man himself, is coming back on the field.
Patriots record by last 3 seasons by head coach. 2023, Bill Belichick, 4-13. 2024, Jared Mayo, 4-13. 2025, Mike
Vrabel.
And that is 14-3.
C.J. Stroud looking in the pocket. He finds a man. That's going to be Marks. Woody Marks. He gets a nice little reception for about a gain of 13. And now, C.J. Stroud in shotgun. Of course, that's what he would be. He's looking to throw the ball. Looking, another short little pass there. And that's going to be complete there for Bryant.
So now we got second down. Houston Texans since 1970, only team to not play in a conference championship game, 0-6 in divisional round.
Yeah, and, Harrison Bryant's been having a decent game. He's the one that's coming in to replace Dalton Schultz, who has had a calf injury earlier in this game after a nice 43-yard catch. C.J. Stroud, nice little pass, hits the fingertips, cannot make the catch as Jalen Noel. 3rd and 4. Let's see. Hopefully they get their first down to keep this game somewhat entertaining.
So we got 3rd and 4 now.
Frustration all around seems to be from the Texans bench and team as a whole. C.J. Stroud and his offensive line consisted of Ersey, Howard, the snapper Andrews, Ingram, and Blake Fisher. And that's Gonzalez almost gets fingers on it. 4th and 4. They have to go for it. Let's see what they will do. Maybe they'll go a touchdown deep downfield. Drake May seems anxious, maybe thinking they might score this drive. And C.J. Stroud today, he's 20 for 46. He has 212 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and now whopping 4 interceptions.
Now it's 4th and 4. 1 minute and 11 seconds left now. 28-16.
C.J. Stroud looking in the pocket. And there's going to be a whistle here. And there's going to be a timeout taken by the Patriots. They have 1 remaining. Texans have none. I almost feel like, in a way, that helped the Texans to take a timeout to almost get their play call finished up. But I guess they take them. They want their defense to get great. As we were talking about before, absolutely stellar defense, from the Patriots.
So we've been talking
guys
about
like
some of
Ellis, Chasen, Davis, Woodson, Jones, and Christian Gonzalez is really coming in.
And now over to the notable MVP candidates this season. L.A., Matt Stafford, and the other one will be Drake May, which are the top 2 candidates.
Personally, I think it should go
to Stafford. Because, he's the veteran,
Yeah.
37 years old, and he's still
now
putting
4th
up
and
the best
4.
numbers.
Stroud in shotgun, looking.
This is it.
Looking. Throws it deep downfield. It's a little messed up, and it's caught. Nice little catch there from Xavier Hutchinson. He seems to get the wind knocked out of him, but it's a catch. Oh! And he drops it. It's going to be incomplete. Even Diggs thought it was a catch. And Patriots get the football. 1st and 10. A minute and 3 left. Patriots football. And they're up by 12 already. They don't need any more. They just need to take a knee. 2 knees. Because the Texans have no more timeouts. Patriots are your AFC Divisional champions.
Now to finish it all, I think we're going to come up to another break in a bit after, this replay of the catch is just amazing.
Absolutely stellar defense, as we were praising
but
before. We thought it was a catch. I thought it was a catch, and they'll take their first knee. That was just broken up by Robert Spiley. Not a guy we talked about today, but certainly he comes up when they need it. Big plays there from Spiley. Drake May coming to take his second knee, and that should do it. And Patriots should win this game and go on to play. And they will go on to play the Denver Broncos.
Yep, now we are closing in, and that will be the football game.
The New England Patriots, it's the first AFC championship appearance since 2018 when TB12 was on the team and Belichick. That should do it. Drake May, what a day. CJ Stroud, hip, hip, not hooray. Not a good game for CJ Stroud with 4 interceptions. Tons of turnovers for the Texans. Not able to capitalize when they need to. And I'm Eddie McPhillips, joined by my partner, and we'll be signing off for good.